Terville with Counterpunch Boxing News. And I am live with you guys. Thank you guys for hitting that like button. For the ones that have not hit that like button, we are 4 o'clock on the dot, Central Standard Time. I know it's different times all over the world, and I appreciate each and every one of you. And we have to talk about the big shove, okay? This was the big news that broke of Dillian Whyte when he broke silence of how he felt about his KO defeat to Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury, all right? So, is it over? Is it started yet? Listen, I'm here. I don't know what's going on with the internet. St. Don, where are we going, Kurt? Man, we are going back to the ATX, sir. Push my ass. Saved him another day, in my opinion. Would he have preferred to be pummeled by another few shots? The brain dead zone, in my opinion. No. Listen, let me tell you guys something, right? I don't think the problem is what we feel it is. These are athletes. Dillian Whyte trained hard for what he was going to do or what he wasn't going to do. All right? So him getting up, getting punched, getting beat up again, hey, it is what it is. He got caught with an uppercut. Bow! He got caught. It was just that, you know? But the push, the shove, or whatever, it wasn't like the Lennox Lewis. It wasn't like the Lennox Lewis people. See, the Lennox Lewis, he hit Mike Tyson, knocked the shit out of Mike. Hit Mike with an uppercut, but then he added insult to injury by leaning on the motherfucker. Okay? I mean, leaning on it. I mean, literally leaning on him, Mike. Because Mike's will was stronger than Dillian Whyte's by far. See, one thing about Mike Tyson can take a punch. You have to hit Mike with some shots that submits Mike into submission. Okay? That ain't Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte, you hit him. Yeah. He's a good guy. But no. He can't take uppercuts. He got hit with an uppercut. The uppercut sent him down. Okay? So praise the Lord Jesus. Renee Maria. Thank you. God bless you. James West. Blessed from the best. Whyte landed on the shoulder. Yeah, look, let me tell you guys something, man, about Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte got caught with a good punch. Nothing more, nothing less. And I have another video to send to you guys, but I'm telling you guys right now because we're here. I ain't gonna wait to tell whoever comes and drops in on the live stream the footage that I received. Michael Hernandez, bars. Unfortunately, Whyte can't take an uppercut. He can. I mean, it's something about the pressure that he gets from here. It's something about it right here. He can't take that. Like anywhere under that chin is no man's land for Dillian Whyte, man. Okay, let's see here. All right, Kurt. Tyson Fury pushed Whyte because he did not want to hit him anymore. The combo goes jab, uppercut, left hook, right cross. Imagine if he did that, if it was even begging the ref to stop the fight. Listen, the way that fight was going, Dillian Whyte was losing. He wasn't fast enough. And when you're in there with somebody fast, going to maul Tyson Fury. Hey, let's stop the bullshit. Tyson, stop running. Especially when I found out, okay? Especially when I found out he came in lighter. Because if he's lighter and he's only like 10 pounds north of Dillian Whyte, he couldn't do too much bullying. And I mean, and he still did some of the same tactics. You know, he used his size and his height to lean on Dillian Whyte, but Dillian Whyte is physically a strong dude. He's a physical, strong guy. It was a separation push that jumped ground. Thank you for the super chat, but no, I don't. I don't think he will be stronger at 168. Fury has one punch KO power now. No, he does not. If he had one punch KO power, he would have knocked Dillian Whyte out with one punch KO power. That is not what you call one punch KO power, people. When Mike Tyson hit Francois Botha, that's one punch knockout power. Not that shit with a guy that's known to be knocked out by uppercuts. He hit a guy in a weak spot. Fuck. Like, let's look at it how it is. He didn't hit Whyte full power though. I mean, I don't know what the man hit him with. St. Don, I mean, I really don't know. So I'm not even gonna debate that because I know he hit his ass with an uppercut, with a punch he didn't see, with a good shot. Now, did it have everything on it? Hell, I don't know if it did. It was speed and accuracy. Okay, but again, Whyte got dropped by it, and it damn sure wasn't from a push that hurt him. Povetkin and Joshua was one punch knockout power. Well, no. Joshua and Povetkin knocked him out. Doesn't mean you have one punch knockout power just because you knock a particular person out that has a problem or a weak area with one punch. That's what we need to understand. George Foreman had beat Frazier that way. Had beat Frazier what way? I want to hear this shit. Sesto. Elemento. Push the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Yes, push that like button. Man, can you please tell the people the difference between one punch power and accumulated shots? Lance Hood, gladly. Great counter punch. Accumulative punches, if you're a guy that's a good finisher, you don't need one punch knockout power. Okay? One punch knockout power speaks for itself. If you can hit someone and knock them out with one shot, that's one punch knockout power. If you can't do that, that's not one punch knockout power. You understand? The only problem with like a guy like Deontay Wilder is he can hurt you with a shot, and if he doesn't knock you out with one punch knockout power, which he has, okay? But can he knock everyone out with that? Obviously not. Because he couldn't knock Fury out. He came this fucking close, but this close wasn't enough. All right? So when we talk about one punch knockout power, it depends on who we're talking about. Or it depends on who they're in the ring with. See, Tyson Fury had to maul Deontay Wilder the second fight. He ain't just beat the shit out of him and you call that one punch knockout power. That's bullshit. No. He put a whooping on him, which is worse, by the way, damage-wise. That's worse. I want people to understand that is actually worse. Okay? When you are getting hit again and again and again and again and again and again and again, that's worse. That's not good at all. That was the only clean power shot Fury landed, so was that an accumulation? No, it wasn't. He caught Dillian Whyte with a lot of shots. Look at Dillian Whyte's face. Look at his face. You can't say that's the only shot. No, that was the best shot that he hit him with. Not the only shot. Because if it was the only shot, he wouldn't be all busted up, bleeding, swollen on the side of his face. Kurt, what's the perfect game plan to beat Tyson Fury if you can't KO him? Outbox him, beat him at his own game that he used to know so well. Something that Alexander Usyk probably would do, and then would probably put the stank on it after that. Tire him out. You know, that's how you beat Fury. You beat him at his own game. If you're a good boxer, look at Steve Cunningham. I got some footage to show you guys about that. Tyson Fury charged his ass up. He tuned up Steve Cunningham. He got him out of his character. Okay? That's what he did. Well, nobody could see Usyk beating Joshua either, could they? Nobody could see that, St. Don. Nobody saw that shit. They saw as soon as Anthony Joshua hits him with a left hook, or hits him with that straight right, or hits him with something that hurts him, that right uppercut, because he's a southpaw. As soon as that shit happens, he's going out. He's little. He will not survive. He is not durable enough. He is not big enough. That's what people thought about Alexander Usyk. And then when he went in there and showed people, motherfucker, I can hang. Not only I can hang, I can do my thing. Bars. Wilder would maul Whyte. No, he wouldn't. Wilder would probably knock out Whyte or get mauled by Whyte himself. But I just see Wilder just knocking out Whyte. Like I told you, I always thought Wilder would knock out Whyte. Why? Not because I don't like Whyte. Not because I just love Wilder. This is the deal. The styles. Wilder throws a quick right hand. And he's fast. He's just faster overall. He's just faster. So the best punch for punch, Dillian Whyte, left hook. Straight right for Deontay Wilder is faster. He can hit the target faster. It's self-explanatory. Dillian Whyte has to throw and hook. A hook. You can't throw a hook. Especially from someone like that. Right? Especially from someone like that. Faster than a person can throw a straight right. Big up Kurt to you for listening. Psycho Crush, appreciate you, man. No problem. Kurt, watch all the Whyte's fights. He has balance issues. Yes, I know that. And the uppercut for Kryptonite Joshua showed the blueprint. Yeah, well, understand, psychologically, these fighters, man, you've been in war after war after war. Let's look at it another way. Let's say you're a football player and you've had a knee injury. That knee injury, even though it's been repaired, even though this, that, and the other, you're gonna always have that type of vulnerability to that area. Okay? You should at least be a bit humbled by the fact you capped this entire time. No, Fury is not one punch knockout, okay? Do you think Fury will do the waiting game on Usyk by retiring this early? If Fury doesn't wait for Alexander Usyk or Anthony Joshua, two potential opponents that he had in his grasp before taking on Dillian Whyte, it's fair to say, not saying that because here's my thing. Okay, you got two sides of this, because I love different sides of things, because I don't want to be one-sided. One, you can say this about Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury don't give a fuck. He doesn't care about certain things. But there's a part of him that does want to show people, because he's a showman, that he's the best. All right? Okay. Now, knowing what we know, you can just base that off that I just said. And it's like, hey, okay, well, what's going on? Well, what's happening? What's really happening here? You know, what's happening You gonna fight or you gonna retire? Well, if he retires, people will say he's ducking Usyk and Joshua. And it really all depends on, will he take the fight? Now, I just don't see anybody doing what he does and getting away with it. You know, you beat Whyte, you're on top of your game. Why the hell? See, Floyd Mayweather wasn't on top of his game when he fought Andre Berto. Andre Berto was a picked select fighter because Floyd was on his way out and he didn't want any fucking surprises. That ain't Tyson Fury. You know, Tyson Fury looked damn good. Tyson Fury looked better in that fight than he did with the Wilder fight. But you have to take into account that Tyson Fury was fighting Dillian Whyte and not Deontay Wilder. Because all it takes is one shot from Wilder to change the whole fight or to change your life. Fury isn't retiring. He's just holding cards close to the negotiation. Good deal. Hey, I hope so, St. Don. Because he's too good right now to retire. Now, if he would have had a struggling fight against Whyte and then say, man, I'm retired, I'm getting old, maybe my body, maybe those times of abusing my body has caught up with me. Therefore, I don't want to do this shit. But I still show people that I'm the Gypsy King and I can still beat whoever. But it's time to call it quits. Paris already admitted that he'll fight on this meeting. Well, we'll see. But see, here's my thing, though. You can't just say, he's going to fight Usyk, bro. Or he's going to fight Joshua. If Joshua knocks Usyk out, because that's the only way I see him beating Usyk. Catch him and hurt him. I don't see him outboxing him. He might get a couple knockdowns and win a decision, but no. Fury needs training and a meeting for life. Refresh the mesh. Fury is beatable. Boxers know how they can exploit mistakes if they study him enough. Well, supposedly, Alexander Usyk has took out his pen and paper. And he is researching Tyson Fury. So like I told you guys, by default, he was like, okay, Dillian Whyte ain't gonna win. But Alexander Usyk, man, I mean, he's a different type of animal. I just hope he doesn't get to a point where he's not the person he needs to be. Let's hit that like button. Don't crash while driving and reading, bro. I'll try not to. Is Otto Whyte better than Whyte? There's only one way to find out. But I mean, you look at it now. If Whyte did duck Otto Whyte, it was a smart way to go. That's 8 million pounds. Yeah, you ain't gonna make that with Otto Whyte. Give a shit who you are. Then Usyk is pound for pound number 2. Just besides Canelo, he will be in fine. He will be. Well, I think Anthony Joshua has become more cautious. Not to say that he doesn't have a problem with taking shots. I always thought that he didn't really like to take punches. Oscar De La Hoya didn't like to take punches because he thought his ass was so pretty. Right? But he still took them. He still took punches. So let's let that sink in. Well, Tyson Fury, though, no. I think that shove wasn't a shove at all. So you shouldn't even call it. I think Tyson Fury was just helping his friend out. Caught you with a good shot, down you go, bud. Get out there, get out there. You know. David Jones, he was gassed and ready for a nap. He did not look like he was in the fight. He looked like he was tired. Dillian Whyte is too fucking big. All these guys are too big. The only person that has any sense is Tyson Fury. Fuck. That's the only person that has any sense. Why? Because everyone else tries to overcompensate by putting on muscle mass to try to make themselves look stronger or appear stronger. And none of them's the truth. The truth of the matter is, be yourself, live by your code, train hard, and forget about bulk. Okay? Fury is not the GOAT, not close. Well, I don't know about not close. I mean, he's on his way, but for him saying, hey, I'm retiring, what the fuck is that about? You mean to tell me Tyson Fury's talking about retiring and Vladimir Klitschko's talking about rehiring? Bars. It's crazy. I heard Tyson Fury compare himself to Andre Ward yesterday. He is not Andre Ward. Andre Ward retired and never came back. Tyson Fury retired twice. Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte broke records during their fight. Then Tyson Fury versus AJ. Usyk would definitely break the record. Who knows? Tyson Fury would have size of Muhammad Ali, but Muhammad Ali would be skilled. Muhammad Ali would not stop moving, just like Alexander Usyk won't. You want to not worry about size in a professional prize fight? You keep moving. You don't sit there and let the bigger guy grab you and all that. You got to box around his ass. You can't let him grab you, though. Because you're there, you know, there's no telling what he'll do at that point. I would really like to see AJ versus Otto Whyte. I would. I just see him knocking out Otto Whyte. Easy. And then everybody will call Anthony Joshua a bum for fighting somebody that low opposition. But he can prove that, hey, well, he went 12 rounds with Fury. I knocked him out. It's something I always do for Tyson Fury. I think it would be a pretty good match. Fury hasn't retired yet. He will keep the belts until 2023 and then fight undisputed. I hope so. AJ needs Wilder to fight. Wilder needs to fight. AJ needs to fight. I think they both need each other at this point. Can Usyk beat Fury on the point? Sure he can. Depends. It depends though. Where the hell he's at? That shit should be in Saudi Arabia. It shouldn't be in England. Wilder Ruiz, they could fight. Anthony Joshua. Yeah, they could, but they're not going to do that. Andy ain't trying to. No, I don't want to fight him. They made me fucking fight the Cuban, El Cubano. I don't like them. I wanted to fight Tyrone Spong. He lied to me. It's crazy. So, the shove. Definition of the shove is not a shove at all. And I think that Dillian Whyte should come up with something better. I think he should make another statement. But anyway, guys, I'm going to head on down this road. I thank you guys for popping in, dropping in. Everybody's been counterpunched. I'm going to concentrate on the road so I don't have to read comments that say, concentrate on the road. But anyway, thank you guys. Be blessed. And you all have been Counterpunch. Peace.